Barco Liqueur, a podcast network.
So May 5th, doing a Cinco de Maybe. That's upstage at 8 p.m. May 5th. May 7th, I might be doing something at Goofy's in Canyon Lake. Still waiting to confirm that, but May 7th might get added to my calendar. May 12th, the Fresh Tap. That's at 7:30. That's at the Rough House Brewing in San Marcos. And then May 21st, Cutting Up Live at the Shop. Cutting Up Live at the Shop. That's at 9 p.m. That's at the Razor House. It's a barbershop, which is very odd for me to be doing comedy in a barbershop, or to be in a barbershop at all. The following day, I'm doing comedy at Planet Fitness. So, yeah. And then May 27th, it's the return of Fantastic Damage will return. It's the fourth Friday of the month, so we're doing Fantastic Damage over at the Blind Tiger. That's at 8 p.m. Stoked for that show. And then May 28th, I'll be with Jeremy Brown in Cristobal Vineyards. That's out by San Angelo, in the San Angelo area in Cristobal, Texas. That's May 28th, 7 p.m. and all the good stuff. If I didn't mention any dates, that means I'm available. I'm trying to fill up my calendar as much as possible. I've been reaching out to some people to get on shows, trying to get out to Austin more. I mean, I'll do local gigs. You know, if you got anything local, hit me up. I'm always down for that if I'm available. And yeah. So I think it's official that I am in or of this showbiz life. Yeah, it made it official. Here's what made it official. I got my first festival rejection, which was cool. It's surprising because I forgot that I applied for this festival. It's a comedy festival in North Carolina. And you know what they say, if you could make it there, you can make it anywhere. So I was really hoping to make it out to North Carolina for the comedy festival. Not this year. Maybe next year. We'll try it again, see how that goes. Shout out to Artisan Craft Bar. I got this vodka from there. I just come back from doing two shows at the Artisan Craft Bar. They do shows every Saturday. It's a great place, cool cool room, but we definitely need more people to come out and support that. But yeah, anyway, not sponsored. I do comedy there sometimes. Well, this is my second time. I don't know why sometimes. Maybe I'll be back at the Artisan. I dig it. But yeah, dude, I haven't applied to that many comedy festivals, and to the point where I actually forgot that I applied to this one, and I forgot until I got the rejection, and I'm just like, okay, like, I guess I didn't want to go anyway. You know, I wasn't like holding my breath. It'd be nice to get like into festivals, but we'll see. I got a couple more that I applied to, a couple more festivals that I applied to. We'll see how that goes. We'll see if they want your boy. If not, I'll just keep filling up my calendar with showcases or feature spots or my own show. Just keep running my own show, because that's how it goes. You know, in comedy, if nobody's booking you, start your own show. Book yourself. Go book yourself. You dig? That's what I'm doing now. I will have some some Austin dates to announce pretty soon, so that'll be cool. Trying to get out to Austin more. Austin's the place to be. I got so many people moving from San Antonio to Austin, and I would like to live in Austin again for the music scene. They get all the fucking good tours. All my favorite bands usually hit Austin instead of doing San Antonio, which I get. I mean, it's only an hour away. If people want to go drive out to see that band, they'll make the drive. I've done that drive a couple of times. It just, it's rough. It's rough. You know, you want to have a good time. You want to get loose, but you don't want to get too loose because you got to drive home an hour and a half back. You know, which kind of brings down the night. You know, you can't stay out that late. As soon as the concert's over, you got to get on the road and head back. That and that alone for the music scene, for the live music, would I consider moving to Austin. For comedy, not so much. I mean, I don't mind doing that drive for comedy. You know, if comedy shows come up and stuff, but it sucks, man. When I see like tour dates for bands, it's Austin. They hit Austin. You know, every once in a while, they'll hit San Antonio instead of Austin. It's very rare. Very rare. But I don't know, man. Yeah, I know the comedy scene up there. It's so. I mean, it's blowing up. You know, even like national touring acts have moved to Austin for the comedy scene. So it's something I would like to tap into for sure. And I'm trying to. I'm reaching out to some people. Finally doing that. I'm finally reaching out to people. I figured I got my first rejection out of the way. I got my festival rejection, and now I'm just like, you know what? Rejection is not that bad. At least people know about me. You know, people like are aware of me. And I heard this thing from the other comic about booking shows. It's like be annoying about it. You know, people are hitting up other comics all the time to jump on their shows. Maybe you do my show and I'll do your show type of situation. But like they're getting emails all the time, you know. So if you're reaching out, you're probably going to get lost in the cracks of all that stuff. If you don't stay on top of it, if you don't start being annoying about it, you know. And there's like a level. You don't want to be like overly annoying, hitting them up every day. But just check them out. Like if you know you're going to go out to like Houston for certain dates, reach out to people. Say, I'm going to be in town this day, and this day. What's going on? Are there any mics, any shows, anything that I could jump on? And then just keep hitting them back up, be annoying with it, you know. But also be able to kind of back up what you can bring to the show, you know. Yeah, I mean, people will be nice and they'll put you on shows and stuff, but you want them to like dig what you do and like that they put you on their show, and they'll do it again, you know, if you bring it, you know, if you do your thing, if you knock it out of the park, if you shut it down and open up shop, they'll bring you back, you know. So I've been doing this. I'm like rolling high on my I'm taking the negative and making it into a positive. The negative was getting denied by North Carolina. And man, North Carolina, dude. Imagine if I mean, so many people have came out of the North Carolina comedy scene, right? I mean, we know about them. They're household names, you know. And obviously, I'm shitting on this festival that rejected me. I'm pretty sure they're a great festival. They're gonna have a successful, fantastic time that I won't be a part of, and that's fine. Life goes on, and rejection's not that bad. In certain things, obviously. I was afraid of rejection for comedy. Like I didn't want to ask anybody to put me on the show, and they're like, nah, no, thank you. You know. And for the most part, man, people have been fucking awesome. Very helpful. Uh, you know, all you gotta do is ask. Closed mouth don't get fed. And you know me, I know a lot about feeding and all that stuff. Yeah, dude. Coming off a good night, man. I mean, a good week, I guess. I mean, today I did 2 shows at the Artisan, which was fun. I love working with Jay LaFar and Jeremy Brown and Tammy Bernal. Uh, who else? Big Al Gonzalez, and Mike Suarez did one of the shows, and then met Houston comic Nick Palermo. Uh, he was also on the shows. And it was good. Like I've heard his name before, I've seen him around, but I've never seen him in person. So it was cool to be on a show with him, and we chopped it up. And I'm gonna bring him in for a Fantastic Damage show in August. So you'll get to meet him in August for the August Fantastic Damage show. I've been losing weight. I don't know if you could tell. I mean, you could tell. I know it's been a while since I've done a YouTube podcast video, but I was sitting at 275, almost 280, I guess. And since being diagnosed with diabetic or type 2 diabetes, whatever, they gave me the injections that I got to do, weekly injections. And that whatever is in there, the poison that's in there, makes me very nauseous. And I don't eat as much as I was. Oh yeah, I did mention at the end of my last podcast, I did stop taking my antidepressants. Doing fine. They weren't vibing with me. You know, the first month that I was on them, I just felt completely numb. Felt nothing, which was sad. And then was talking to my doctor about it, and she was going over the negatives of taking these medicines and continuing to drink. She said that might have an adverse effect. It's definitely doing more damage to the liver. So I was like, well, I'm not going to quit drinking. You're ridiculous. And I wasn't feeling anything positive from the antidepressants. So after 2 months, I just quit. I just stopped, and had a couple of down days, you know. But feeling good, man. Feeling stoked on life. Feeling stoked that I'm busy with comedy. You know, I think that's the ticket. Just staying busy, staying motivated, progressing. I mean that helps with the mentals as well, you know. Feeling good about life, feeling motivated. It's nice. I mean, it's doing stuff to my serotonins and all that stuff. I almost said Sarah Palin. That's serotonin. I'm not good with words. It is what it is. But yeah, at first I was for the diabetes medicine, the diabetic hormones or whatever they had me on. I didn't want to do it. Didn't want to stab myself with any needles and all that stuff. But that was her go-to. That was my doctor. That's what she wanted to do. That was her plan of attack. And so went from almost 280, 275, 280. Now I'm sitting at like 253, 256. Doing absolutely nothing. I haven't done anything. I should be exercising. I'm trying to watch what I eat. But the fact that the meds that I inject myself with make me nauseous all the time, and has curbed my eating, my hunger. Uh, I guess that's going to be the diet plan. Just make yourself sick so you can't eat. Cure diabetes. I am adjusting. I will try to be more energetic. What's up, dog? Don't chew on that. But again, I just came back from doing 2 sets, uh, drinking. It is midnight 18 on a Saturday night. I don't know, man. Well, now that the dog's here, I guess I was thinking about this the other day. Like, where do we get that whole dog years is 7 years? Uh, that has to be a myth. I don't believe in that. Don't whine, dude. Stop. But my other conspiracy thing is like, why do we ever agree to like just call dog years one human year is 7 dog years? Like this guy right here, he's 4 years. Have we had him 4 years, 5 years? Um, I mean, I don't even. How can we even figure out how old he is? You know, I we got this guy because I needed something. That gives me unconditional love. I didn't need a math problem. You know, I've had him 5 years, and I don't understand why people say, "Oh, how old he is? How old he is? Jesus, how old that dog? How old is he? Down by the bayou." Uh, that's weird. That's a weird question. I was like, I don't know. We had him like 5 years. Oh, he's old. No, it's 5 years old. I don't think 5 years old is that old. Um, but then you got to do the math. You carry the one, and then borrow a vowel and all that stuff to figure out how old he is. And I'm just like, no, I will not. I will not start. I will not keep up this whole BS thing that dog years are 7 years to one human year. That doesn't make any sense. That also sounds sketchy. I think that started by the people that figured out the whole peanut butter on your genitals. So when you think of the guy who says the first person, the first, it has to be a male. I'm not trying to be sexist, but I'm for sure a male came up with peanut butter on the genitals. I'm not trying to be sexist. I'm just saying that a male probably got there first before a female even thought about attempting it. I'm sure females could do it, and I'm pretty sure they do a good job at it. But I'm pretty sure, I'm almost without a doubt, 95% sure that the peanut butter thing on your genitals was started by a man. And so to justify that they weren't taking advantage of a 5-year-old dog, they said, well, they're actually older than that because dog years is it's 7 years to a human years. So he's not 5 years old. He's whatever the math is on that. So it's avoiding one problem by making up this myth that dog years is 7 years. Is that something? I don't know. Is that something? I tried working that out on stage, and nobody was with it. And I get it. I drink a lot, and I write when I've been drinking. And believe me, the first time I thought of that, I was like, fucking gonna kill with this shit. This shit's gonna go kill at the open mics, and it does not. I have been having a lot of fun at the open mics because my calendar is starting to stack up because I have actual shows that I can at actual shows. I'm treating the mics. I'm like playing around. I'm having fun with them. I'm getting goofy with it, and that's a lot of fun. I'm not running my set. If you want to see my set, come to a show. But if you want to see me try stuff out, and this is an invitation. I'm just saying for the people that have to deal with open mic comics and stuff. He has to go. Yeah, man, I've just been having fun with it. Like it was so funny. I try to work on stuff that's in the moment and entertain the room with stuff that they know. So like for instance, at Tandem, at the Tandem mic, they had poetry as a feature, whatever, to break through, to break the monotony of open mic comedy. And I get it, but also it kind of clashes, you know. It could. It could clash. But these poets that we brought on are not we. That Clifton, the host of the Tandem open mic on Thursday nights. Tandem is great. I love Tandem. It's a great place. Great coffee bar place. But these comics, man. I mean, these poets, they were dirty. And it's always weird because Tandem is a coffee house, and sometimes when you walk in right before the open mics, there's kids there. And I'm just like, dude, like, I mean, it's the parents' choice. The parents could do whatever they want to do with their kids. God bless, whatever. But I'm just like, man, these kids are about to hear some bad stuff. Uh, a lot of cussing, a lot of sex jokes, a lot of dirty jokes, a lot of, uh, all that good stuff. Luckily, this night did not have any minors, so that was good. Because these poets, man, they were going out. They were talking about being addicted to penis. I didn't even know that was possible. Like, do you have to get help for that? Like, do you have to what if do you have withdrawals? Like, I don't know. She was very convincing that she was addicted to penis. I believed her. And then she kept talking about like getting soaked and squirting and her vagina doing things that vaginas don't usually do. I don't think. Her vagina, it was wild. It was wild stuff, and I was like, man, you need Jesus and a towel. Cause yeah, she was just talking about fluids. So much fluids. Fluids all over the place. She was drowning in fluids. Um, I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty hot, but at the same time, I was like, and now we gotta talk comedy. Now we're gonna do comedy open mic, and but it was so weird. Like, okay, the shock of that, uh, we made it through. We survived it. She did good. Very entertaining. It rhymed, so I think that's important for poetry. You know, to rhyme. I think that's like rule one. Uh, so good for her on that. And you'd be surprised how many words can sound like or rhyme with squirt. And I think she did a good job. She understood the assignment, and good for her. But there was three poets, all three of them, all females, I believe, respectively saying. They look very femininely. All did the same, not the same poem, but all did the same. My vagina is the cosmos, and I am raining down on your penis with my lady juices, and gonna be all in your face with it, and yeah, all of them. I don't know if they wrote together. I don't know if they even know each other. Uh, I'm not saying that they're poem stealing. You know, uh, a, a common problem that we have in the comedy scene is joke stealing. Um, can you steal a poem? Like, and I went up there and I ripped about it. I was like, dude, okay, it's like in the comedy world, usually if somebody goes up there and they talk about R. Kelly, I'm just for instance, example, they make an R. Kelly joke, the next comic shouldn't make the same kind of R. Kelly joke or anything like that. Insert whatever here. You know, you don't want to do somebody else's material that they just did. But that's the comedy world. In the poetry world, I guess one thing you got to do is if they tell you you don't get this at the comedy open mics, but if they tell you this is new shit, you have to respond. You're legally obligated to respond. New shit, which is wild. Because I usually don't tell the audience that that was a new joke until after it bombs, you know. And they don't say new shit. They just go, yeah, that sucks. I know that's new because it's not funny. It's not ready yet. Uh, yeah. So I had the honor and privilege of following the third poet to not only talk about her leaky vagina, um, she also rapped, and which was good. You know, she had her producer there. The producer got on the mic, and they were dancing around. They were dancing around so much that the speakers kept getting feedback because they were dancing in front of the speakers with the microphone. And I was like, oh well, they should have practiced this a little bit more. They should practice this with speakers next time so they know how microphones and speakers work. But either way, I had to follow that, and that was a tough act to follow. Uh, so I was just like, first thing the riff was like, dude, why y'all all gotta talk about your vaginas? Nobody has an abortion poem, you know. Nobody has a poem about being beaten and surviving that. Like the first one almost tricked me because she was like, I'm talking about my addictions. I was like, preach, you know. Uh, I mean, I get it, you know. And then she's like, I'm addicted to your penis. I was like, oh wow, that's a different type of problem, I think. Still medical, I guess, but it's not drugs or alcohol. And I've heard that term, the sex addicts, that you can be a sex addict. Maybe she needs help. Maybe that was her cry for help. You know? Nobody, nobody should be addicted to penis. You know? Uh, Addictions are tough. Addictions are scary. You know? You don't want it to get out of control. We're all just here. We're all just trying to have a good time. But when that good time turns into an addiction, you know, that's sad. It's a little sad. Uh, but she's good. I told her to get help, and she's like, thanks. Well, I said good set. I said good set. What I meant, you should seek help, or at least carry a towel with you, or don't wear all white. That was that. Out of everything that she said, out of all the poems that she read and all this stuff, the fact that she wore all white and no bra was so brave. And I meant to tell her that. It was implied in the good set. So hopefully she gets help. Hopefully she's doing fine, and hopefully, you know, like comics, we exaggerate for the effect. So hopefully she's not really addicted. Hopefully she's just a big fan, and she's using that term addicted lightly, you know. Like, I'm addicted to alcohol, but it's not serious. I could go a day or two without alcohol. Can she go a day or two without penis? It didn't sound like it. It really, and that's concerning. I mean, who has time for all that? I mean, I guess she has time. I don't know. Unless that's part of her job, like it, like not saying her job, but unless like she has like a sugar daddy or something, and like she's getting other health benefits from it, or benefits in general, financial, you know, benefits is ideal. You know, if you could legally get paid to have an addiction, like that's the ticket, man. That's the world I want to live in. You know, I just said addiction, right? I didn't say addiction to penis, right? I just said addiction. Did I? I'll check it back. Uh, but no, she had fun. It was nice. What else? Let me go through my notes real quick. Let me just throw this out there. I don't like when people say that they're dumb. And I'm not saying when they say that they're dumb. Here, okay, let me start over. I don't like when people make jokes about themselves being dumb when they're not dumb. I take offense to that. Because I am dumb, and not just for my act. I don't read. I don't stay up to current events, up to date with current events. Um, I don't get this world that we're living in, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine. What I don't like is when people say that they're dumb and then they're not. It's like reverse stolen valor in a way. If that does that make sense? Like they're trying to be of this world, of the naive, of the ignorant, of the uh, certifiably dumb people. But they're not dumb. And I take offense to that, you know? Because they go up there and they go up there like, I'm so dumb. And everybody's like, no, you're not. Because they're not, you know? You want people to feel sorry. I don't want people to feel sorry for me. I just want them to be aware that anything I say, take it with a grain of salt, you know, because I don't know what I'm talking about a lot of the time. But I don't know. Reverse stolen valor, is that a thing? Does that work for you peoples? I need to start reading more. I'm going to try. I mean, I got books. I buy books all the time. I just don't read them. And that's half the battle. No, I mean, that's the second half of the battle. Buying a book is the first half of the battle. And yeah, I'm just doing it to look good. I want to, like, I don't know who I'm trying to impress. But, I mean, I have books here. I'm looking at books right now. I'm just like, those look entertaining. I wonder if they are. But, I was going to say one thing before I ended this. Damn, what was I going to say? Oh, I'm seeing a lot of people that don't like the Batman. A lot of negative reviews about the Batman. And here's the thing. I watched the Batman. And I was skeptical at first, you know, because I didn't like that guy from Twilight. That dude from Twilight. I thought it was, it's emo Batman, which it is. Which it is for sure. But I broke it up. I broke up the Batman like in 3 days. I couldn't watch in one sitting, you know, because it's dark. And darkness makes me fall asleep. Go figure. I don't know. I mean, just dark visuals. I didn't mean like it's dark, it's deep, it's heavy. I mean, I guess so. Whatever. But could not stay awake. So it took me about 3 days to finish the whole Batman. The Batman, rather. Sorry. And I think that's the key. If you didn't like it, because you sat through the whole thing. It's a 3-hour fucking movie, dude. Like, you can't. There's no way you could like that if you watched it in one sitting. My advice to you: watch it and break it up. Make it a week. Break it up in little 30-minute intervals. You know, just take in a little bit, enjoy it for a little bit, and then move on with your day. And then the next day you take on a little bit more of the Batman. And I'm pretty sure if you do it like that, you'll enjoy it a little bit more than if you sat through the whole thing in one sitting. That's ridiculous. Get a fucking life. Start a podcast where you talk to a camera to yourself. A one-way conversation. Get a fucking life, bro. All right, that's it for this week. Hopefully this came out good. Hopefully there was something there. I am considering bringing guests on to the Pat Out of Hell podcast, but this is just so easy. I mean, it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I just got back from doing a show, 2 shows, I guess, and got a podcast in. So I think the solo things work for me. But yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching the Pat Out of Hell podcast. Twitter and Instagram at your homie Pat. TikTok, I'm there as well. This is Cosmo. Say hi to Cosmo. BabaCodeCore.com. I got my updated dates there. And please, if you book shows and you look at my calendar and you see that a certain date isn't taken up yet, hit me up, dude. I want to stay as busy as possible. I want to get out there. I want to get up on stage. I want to tell my fart jokes, and I want to make some money if I can. You don't have to pay me, by the way. If you book me, you don't have to pay me. But I don't mind doing free shows. I'll do free shows all the time. But if you're charging people for a show that I'm on, even if it is just a showcase or something, you gotta break some bread. You know, you gotta break me off a little taste. But if you're doing a free show, I do free shows too, if they're fun. But yeah, that's it. Again, Twitter and Instagram at your homie Pat, BabaCodeCore.com. I do have some more stickers that I'm gonna start making sticker packs. I have my small fart sticker. I don't know if you can see it. I have these 2 right now. I have the BabaCodeCore podcast network stickers, and then I have my farts because I do funny arts. Or if you think farts are funny, you might enjoy my comedy. But I'm getting some new stickers in, and then I'm going to start making sticker packs. And I don't know if I'm going to sell them or give them out, use them as promotional tools and all that stuff. But be on the lookout for that. And yeah, hopefully you're doing well. I'm doing great. Thank you for listening. Again, I hope you're doing well. I'll check you next week. All right?